welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado. Today we're going to take a really cool tour of one of our brand new Logan. It's a 2022 Horse Gooseneck Bullseye. So for those of you that aren't familiar with us, we carry new Logans and new Cimarron trailers. So if you want to build one from the ground up, those are the brands that we deal with. We also have a huge variety of used trailers that we either get in on trade or we buy privately we run through our shop so that we have the best used trailers out there. So for those of you looking for a new one, let's go take a tour on this one right here. So the first thing you'll probably notice on this Logan here, this is a pretty unique color. It's not something we do a lot of, but I really like it. This is a slate gray that they have as an option. So on these Bullseyes, the reason that people like these Bullseye trailers is because you get a lot of cool upgrades, but you only have kind of a few choices to work with. So you can't go too crazy on these, but the options that they've upgraded to are really usable. One of the things you can do on these Bullseyes is you can pick the colors of the exterior skins. So there's a lot of different choices you have. Almost all of them don't have an upcharge in price. So like this slate gray here, it's the same as a standard white trailer. So if you've got a truck that matches up really well to it, you can pull this one home today. Another thing you'll notice is all this what looks like rhino lining underneath. This is called their Vortex Lining. It's very similar. It protects the exterior of the trailer. This trailer is a galvanized steel frame with aluminum sheeting. So galvanized steel is not like black steel. We don't have to worry about the rust. They actually infuse it with a zinc during the creation process so that it's a lot stronger and it doesn't have those rust issues. But regardless, they want to protect from any surface rust, road blast, or anything like that on the front. So this Vortex lining really helps with that. Keeps it looking good for a really long time to come. You have a single crank jack on this one. If you want, we can always upgrade to an electric over hydraulic or an electric jack if you don't feel like winding this thing up and down. That's always an option we can do through our shop. We've got a full-size spare here up front. This full-size spare has an aluminum wheel on it, so we upgraded that over the standard steel wheels. Right under here is something I really like on these little Bullseye trailers. On their goosenecks, they always put a little LED light underneath the tongue of this trailer so that you can actually see the back side of this underside of this trailer when you're backing up at night. This Vortex lining, it keeps it really protected, really clean, makes it look good for a long time to come, but it is black and it is a little harder to see at night. So having something that shines back here helps your reverse lights on your truck see where you're going, just makes it really easy and convenient. So as we work our way around, I know everybody's really excited about this tack room because they probably saw all the way through on the other side. This is a 5-foot short wall on our tack room. Very standard trailer. You're 7 feet tall, 6'9" wide, 21 feet 3 inches on the floor. But we upgraded here on the tack room. So you've got dual swing out saddle racks with dual doors here, and we upgraded and we added four tier saddle racks to each side, because chances are if you want this much tack setup, you probably have a lot of saddles you're bringing with you. Maybe you're multi-discipline and you need several different saddles per horse per show. So we upgraded to these. You've got swing out blanket bars on each door. They're 4-tier, they just unclip right here. You can swing them out, slide your blankets on, really easy, ready to go. Got a brush box on each side, a little bit of carpet down there that you can take in and out and clean. On the actual inside here, you can see we've got LED lights on either side of the door here, as well as one up in the nose. So those LED lights, they use a lot less power draw, they last a lot longer, and they put out more light. So everything on here is going to be those LED lights. Right behind Jody here, we do have all of our bridle hooks. So your bridle hooks are carpeted underneath. You've got a nice big wall of them, especially with your saddles swung out. You have so much room in here to move around, get everything you need without feeling like you're cramped and in a tight space. Got a nice big corner water tank there, so you can bring your own water from home if your horses are a little bit picky or you're not really sure if water is going to be available. So even if you never use it, it's nice to have just in case. Once again, this wall on the other side of the horse area is Vortex lined. Pretty much anywhere you see galvanized steel as well is going to be that Vortex lining on top of it. All right. So now we're going to work our way back kind of towards the horse area. You'll notice here on the side sheets, we don't have to use rivets along these side sheets. That's because they use a 3M tape behind here. 3M tape actually has stronger adhesion than metal fasteners, so they try and use that wherever they can. Gives it a really clean look, keeps the trailer a little bit quieter, and it also works better because aluminum will expand and contract as the heat changes. So they'll try and use 3M tape anywhere they've got a lot of movement. They're also going to add a few metal fasteners as well. We do have a load light up here. These load lights, you can angle them so that you get the light kind of splashed where you want it. Once again, LED, we've got one on each side of the trailer. Some little marker lights here. Since you're 6'9" wide, you do have your wheels on your fenders completely on the exterior of the trailer. So we want people to be able to see at night where you are. You can also check yourself before you go take turns and make sure you don't curb check anything. I mentioned earlier, upgraded to these aluminum wheels here. And one thing I really love about Logan's is that they mark for us in this little white here, so we don't have to go searching that hard for the DOT code. When we ask you how old your tires are if you're trading something in, we're looking for these little 4 digits here. Sometimes they're on the inside of the tire and you have to crawl underneath and look for it, but it's nice Logan tries to put them on the outside and mark them for us. The first 2 numbers are the week of production, the second 2 are the year of production. So anytime we get a used trailer here at Transwest, we want to make sure that the tires have good wear and tear and that they are under 5 years of age. So that is what we are looking for. You can see these were produced in the 11th week of 2021. So nice set of tires on there. As we work our way back here, we've got big 50/50 doors on the exterior. Once again, everything's lined in that Vortex lining. The floor on this trailer is a wood floor that we've also coated in that Vortex. So wood floors, especially here in Colorado, they outlast a lot of other things. But by coating them in that Vortex, we're helping protect them even more. So you're not gonna have to worry very much about them. They also have a little bit more give than a metal floor, so I know some people actually prefer having the wood floor. If you don't want a wood floor on your trailer, we can upgrade to an aluminum slatted floor with that sure grip on top or mats. That's for people that don't ever want to pull their mats. They just want to hose their trailer out at the end of the day and be done with it. So those are a few of our options here. On each stall, we do have a little LED light. They do have their own switch on them, so if you need to turn them on or off individually, you can. Otherwise, you've got the master switch right there on the other side of the trailer. Dividers are really easy to use. You're telescoping on this last one. The reason we did that is because this last stall, if we didn't have it telescoping, this divider would be just a little too long for you to close the door. And sometimes emergency situations or you've got to move some furniture, you're going to need to run with all your dividers open. So instead of having to take them all out and struggle to put them back in, it's just really nice that they built it in with a little telescoping one on this last stall, so you don't have to worry about that. Now the best place for those dividers to run is actually in their place. They are heavy duty extruded aluminum dividers, so that weight over time, we want them to sit nice and secure and rest on something that's going to support them. But every now and again, if you've got to haul something, it's not going to be a big deal to run with them open. We do have padding on each of the dividers. The padding is really nice if you've got any light colored horses, because this aluminum, it will rub on them and it'll leave those like gray marks that it'll leave on your hands. So by having the padding on, if you've got any palominos or grays or light colored horses, It's going to be really nice that you don't have to scrub them when they get to the show. It's a little more comfortable for them as well. You've got roof vents. They are two-way, so if you need to, you can either sucker in or sucker out of this trailer. You've got them over each stall. Big drop downs on the head side, really big bus windows on the hip side. You're going to be able to get a lot of airflow moving through these trailers so that your horses do not overheat. So as we work our way around this trailer, you're sitting on two 6,000-pound rubber torsion axles. So you've got plenty of axle underneath this trailer for all of that tack and those horses you're going to load in here. Once again, another LED light up top. These drop-down windows, I think, are a lot of people's favorite parts of the Logans. They're really, really simple to use. So they're not the prefab windows that are just put in that have piano hinges that tend to get gummed up and break. So even though those windows are cheaper for the manufacturer to install, they're really expensive for you to replace. So by having something that's built in, this is actually a drop-down window that Logan fabricates. It's a lot more heavy duty. I feel comfortable running with them down because you've got a nice place that you can kind of suck them in here so they're not going to go anywhere as you're traveling. This is going to save you quite a bit of money in the long run, not having to replace drop-down windows. So another one of the upgrades that they did on the Bullseye model over their base model. This window screen here is great if you've got horses that you want to run with this down, but you don't want any flies or rocks to come up towards them. Just kind of sits right back there. You've got another little window there. Remember I said it sucks to the side of the trailer, so give it a little tug and get it open. Right here is why it's so easy to use one of these drop-down windows on a Logan, especially if you're short. You've got this bar. Instead of having to reach all the way up there, you can go low here to be able to operate it and open it up. Very simple to use. Once again, as we work our way to the front here, you will see you can tack up on either side. If you want to throw your drop-down windows up, you've got ties on each side of the windows there. So you can have one family member tying over here and tacking up out of this side, another friend or family member on the other side. Just makes it really easy. You're not running in and out of each other's way. And if you've got two horses that maybe don't get along as well, you're not going to have to worry about kicking wars at your trailer. So I know you guys are already drooling over this trailer. Good news is this is one that's actually available. So as of today, as I'm saying this video, so if you're calling in later, check in and see if it's still around. This little pink tag here means that this trailer has been through our shop. So every new and used trailer I mentioned, we do run through our shop, and they go through. They have a big checklist of things that they have to make sure are working in operating condition. So it's just nice to kind of know that our trailers, even though they're brand new, they're a little bit better than the competition. If you guys like this trailer, you can always give me a call and reference this stock number. It is 5N210576. You can check it out at transwest.com if you just type in that stock number. We've got videos and pictures there that can kind of go through everything you want to see, a little bit slower pace. If you guys have any questions on this one, you can give me a call. My name is Callie Say. My phone number is 970-309-6368. As I mentioned before, we do accept trade-ins and offer financing with qualified credit. So any questions, give me a call. Have a great day.